What's up, everybody? It's the Bad Dead Griller coming to you once again with a new cook. As always, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the page. It's greatly appreciated. You know, when I started this page, I told you guys that I was new to the griddle world. I purchased my Blackstone Griddle air fryer combo September or October of last year, 2021, and had a chance to do a couple of cooks on it before storing it for the winter time. I recently started to cook on it again this spring, and I wanted to document that journey in learning the griddle because we all go through it. We learn the hot spots, the cool spots, much like when you're grilling, you hear the phrase managing your pit, managing your temperatures, learning what to do when your grill gets too hot, things you need to do to cool it down, learning what to do when your grill is not hot enough and what you need to do to get the temps up. So learning the griddle is the same way. And that's what this cook is today. It's a breakfast cook, bacon, pancakes, and scrambled eggs, and learning what not to do, what to do better for next time, because it's a learning process. And I wanted to document that with you guys today. So let's take a look at the video, and again, thanks for watching. Now we start off today's cook with the bacon. Now I did adjust the temperature knobs on the griddle, but one thing I did not do is use my temperature gun to see what the temp was on the griddle surface. For someone who's new to using griddles, you can adjust the knobs all day, every day, but unless you know what that translates to temperature-wise, you're kind of, shooting darts in the wind. So I recommend make sure you get a temperature gun so you know what the temp is on your griddle surface. So with this, even though I did not have the settings on high, if I use my temperature gun, I think I probably would have understood what the temp was and been able to cook the bacon at a slightly lower temp. It's better to start off low and adjust up if need be, but if you start off too high, it's going to take the griddle top a while to cool down. So that's one thing I learned. So here is where I start to transition some of the bacon over to the far right side of the griddle top. And as I mentioned, the far right knob was turned off. So even though that side wasn't getting the same amount of heat, there was enough heat on the griddle surface where the bacon moved over to the right-hand side would continue to cook. So in retrospect, I would probably put the bacon on top of the warming rack where it would stay warm, but it wouldn't continue to cook. So lesson learned. So now that the bacon is moved over to the far right-hand side, now I am getting my scraper and scraping off all the excess bacon grease that's on the griddle top, because the next thing I'm going to put on are the pancakes. So I'm trying to get as much of the excess grease out through the back, through the grease trap, before I put the pancakes on. And again, it would help knowing what the temperature was on the griddle surface before I put the pancakes on. And here's a sign that your griddle top is too hot. You see how that butter browned up when I put it on? That's the sign. So it goes back to what I said before, understanding your griddle top surface temp. So get yourself a thermostat gun so you can learn your temp. I'm sharing this with you, the good, the bad, the ugly. So the new people to the griddle world and the people who are not so new to the griddle world can learn from this, learn what adjustments need to be made to your cooks so you can have better cooks in the future. So that's why I'm sharing this. And here we are getting the pancake mixtures down, and we'll speed through this. And lesson 387, make sure the spatula that you use for your pancakes is wide enough to flip the size of the pancakes that you have. I do have the Blackstone spatula, the wide spatula, but I did not use it for this cook. I guess this spatula, would have been okay, but as I was flipping these, I kind of wish I had the wider spatula to flip. So yeah, lesson learned. So here is where I start to transition these high temp cooked pancakes over to the warming rack. And yeah, so just clearing off space to make way for the scrambled eggs. Lesson number 1023. So even though I had turned off the burners, the remaining burners, and cleaned off the griddle top before pouring down the scrambled eggs, I failed to put any butter or oil on the griddle top. And I also did not check the temperature of the griddle top as well. So lesson learned on that. The one thing I think I may have gotten right was I poured the scrambled eggs onto the griddle top surface slowly. I didn't pour it on all at once. And yeah, so lesson learned for next time. So when cooking these scrambled eggs, I believe the griddle top surface was warmer than what I would have wanted it to be if I would have took the time out to check the temperature. But yeah, lesson learned. We all have to start somewhere. And like I said, I'm giving you the raw, uncut, good, bad, and the ugly. But to be fair, it tasted good though, but I can do better. So I'll show you the finished product in a moment. And here's the end result of today's cook. Now, even though the food tasted good, I definitely learned some things in doing this cook today. I learned that temperature matters. Being aware of what the temperature is in your griddle top matters. Make sure you use your thermal gun so you can be aware of what your temperature is. It's better to start off at a lower temp and have the ability to go up, as opposed to starting off at a high temp where the things that you're cooking are rushed. So definitely lessons learned. And I hope it helps someone else out there who is new to the griddle world, or maybe someone who's not so new and wants some tips on how to improve their cook. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace.